Hey YouTube, hey guys. Um, Day three. I'm so proud of myself. I've been consistent, and I know it's like funny because it's like three times really that's consistent. But I'm proud of the progress that I'm making, and I hope that you guys have been making progress too. And I hope there's something that you can share with me down below that you have made progress about. This is very new for me, so I don't know all the bells and whistles of the editing and as far as the lens and the camera. I watch some videos and get inspiration and see how technical they are, and I admire their effort and their tenacity. But this is very new for me. I'm pretty sure as I grow more, I'll become more accomplished and know how to do more. But right now, I just want to give you authentic me. So I hope that's enough for now. And I don't, disclaimer, I don't proclaim to be any kind of, give any kind of legal or emotional health advice or anything in regards to a medical setting, but I am, someone who has been there, done that, and can at least tell you what I've been through and invite you to share the same. And, you're helping me through comments, through liking, disliking, truthfulness, and hopefully I can be doing the same for you every day. My first video, if you got a chance to watch, if not, click on that, and the second one when you have some time. Um, the first video was basically just me introducing myself to YouTube and to letting you know that I'm going to be connecting with you, and that I look forward to kind of just getting to know you and growing with you. And my second video was more or less on what made me want to start connecting with you guys, and how I came out of hiding. Because usually when you have a story or a testimony or something you've been through in life, you only share it with a cluster of people or a handful of people. And you kind of, unless it's a chance to share, you kind of get kind of embarrassed a little bit, or, you know, um, you don't always know who to share things with, because sometimes what you share can hurt you. Um, so I went out on a limb sharing through the second video, and I'm glad that I did, and I was grateful for the feedback and the positivity and even the things that I could have worked on or done differently. And it just all is making for a wonderful opportunity for me to grow and for you to grow as well. I'm going to get right into this video, but before I do, I'm going to give you my heart, and then I expect you to give me it back either when I'm done or the next time. I know that was so corny and cheesy, but I love corny and cheesy. Hmm. Okay, today's video is about Daddy's Little Girls, um, and I chose to think about that because today was very overwhelming, to me, in a sense of thinking. For anybody who knows me and for you guys who are new to me, I love journaling. And as I was reflecting, I realized that I look for the same type of man, because I guess I wanted to ask myself, how did I wind up at the end of someone's fist? How did I wind up being on the run? How did I wind up being homeless? And it was all the choices that I made. And how did my son wind up being affected and impacted, and having some things that happen in his life that can never be changed? And it just made me ponder, Nina, what were the choices and why did you choose the men that you chose? And I realized that I wanted to be a daddy's little girl so bad. And I noticed a pattern in the men that I chose, and that I always chose men that had the quality traits of strength, hardworking for the most part, and were good fathers to their children. And I never understood that. I mean, that sounds like an ideal list, right? But what I realized, that in doing so, I confused myself in the relationship by expecting so much of them and the capacity of a father, and then by empowering them in an unhealthy relationship where they became the authoritarian figure, um, which is not always a positive thing. So I realized that in my choice of looking for a father's love, that in doing so, I was giving these men permission in my life to be controlling, because that's what a dad does. A father controls, keeps order in their home. They keep authority over their children. They demand, they command, because that's the role of a father. It's to keep order, it's to provide, it's to shelter. And yes, these are positive traits when done in excellence and with the right role play. But because I was making this man, my ex-husband, really, because that was the only abusive relationship as far as physically. Don't get me wrong. Being degraded, being made to feel any less than what you should feel as a man or a woman, because men experience abuse too. Anytime that you experience that, it does take you out of that place. And so I realized that I was looking for a father. And of course, I'm here, so I had a father, but my father didn't know how to be a father. And when my stepfather came into my life, he was such an amazing man, but he to me also was, in other words, I didn't get that nurturing from him that I desired, that I longed for. I got the providing, I got the, my dad's coming to school, or, I got, my behind whooped if I got in trouble. So I knew I had a dad in that aspect. But as far as a loving father to take me fishing, camping, to experience, daddy girl dance, I didn't have that. And I kept looking for that. And I looked for that and the men. And you know what? I had some close calls where it could have turned out ugly, but God kept sparing me and giving me chances to say, no, this is not what you really want. You want my love, you want a husband, you want a father for your kids, but you can't get what only I can give you, or a true earthly father can give you. And I didn't understand that. And so today, reflecting and journaling, I just realized that, Nina, no wonder, you gave this man authority over you, because you made him your dad. You made him your father. Take a person who's take a person who's emotionally unstable. They've been through hurt, because hurt people hurt people. And now confuse him even further by putting expectations that only a father could fulfill. You got some chaos on your hands. And so I realized that eventually I got kind of what I was looking for in the ugliest, worst way. And by the time I could acknowledge or realize that, so much damage had been done to myself, to my credit, because when you get into these relationships and live as if you're husband and wife, there's financial impact as well. And so I just want to encourage you, and there's more that I would love to talk about, but I promise to keep these videos shorter. And we're going to continue, I promise you. But I want to just encourage you until the next video, that if you have a man in your life and he's your father, let him be your father. Let your man be your man. Let whoever you're involved with, let that be the person you're involved with. Please don't let the roles mix. Choose a man who will be a great father to your kids, but that will be a great lover to yourself. Because choosing a man to be your father to you, trying to get that part of you fulfilled, wanting to be that daddy's little girl, it's not going to necessarily end up right. And when I reflected about how I ended up under that fist, was I put him in a place that he should not be. And that was unhealthy for me, because I found myself automatically bowing down, automatically being less than what I should have been, automatically taking the back seat of not being a woman. Because, I mean, of course, I'm taught about submission and all that too, but I'm not talking about that kind of back down, meaning I didn't stand up. I didn't assert myself as a woman of power, as a mother should. And so it really affected everything around me. And I just want to encourage you to find a mentor, whether if you go to church, a deacon of your church, if not, a mentor, a uncle, um, not your brother, because that might get kind of crazy, but an uncle, any man that you can that speaks greatness into your life, that's a great example. Let him be that father, because you don't want to look up one day and say, how did I get myself in an abusive situation, and then reflect and feel to blame. Because when you blame and internalize it and you blame yourself, now reflecting, that's good, but when you blame yourself, you end up on this roller coaster of emotion. And it's hard to keep that hidden from your loved ones, from affecting and impacting your work, from affecting your children. It's extremely hard. You almost have to live a double life because you're crying. You don't want people to see, but these are choices that you made because you were looking for someone to fill the role that they can't fill. And yes, to your kids they can feel it, but to you they can't. So I want to encourage you to continue being a daddy's little girl. Just don't be your man's little girl, because he can never be your dad. And abuse, oftentimes, if you look, there's a root cause for it all. No one ever deserves to be beat or mistreated or abused. However, we also, as the victim or someone who's been a victim, have to wonder, how did I at least get in this place? What steps did I take along the path to at least wind me up where I am today? Not that I'm to blame, but where? So until the next video where we'll pick up again, that way I have a chance to look at your comments. Any feedback you have, I can answer. Um, that'll be good for me. And that way it'll help me to know, okay, yes, okay, do that. No. So please help me. But I hope this video was encouraging to you, to let you know that you're not alone, and that, we're just taking accountability and looking at choices we can make that make life better for us, and that then make life better for our children, because that's what it's all about. It's about making moves to be a better you, and it's about being a stellar you so that you can have great children. And that's what my vision and my heart's desire is that you'll just be stellar so that you can have great children, so that you can be excellent in that, because I know firsthand how a child can be damaged by the impacts of the choices we make as parents, especially as moms, because most times homes are mom, even when there's dad, sometimes because he's not available or emotionally available or able to be there because of work or whatever, it's still mom. So I'm going to keep it there for now, because I know how these videos can just go, 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 go. I hope you were blessed by this video. I was blessed by you guys joining and tuning in. Please subscribe, because I'm definitely going to be doing more videos. Leave a comment, like if you can. And I'll see you next time.